now is not the time to attack the states, but to support the states in these elections coming up.
A Supreme Court ruling that could have major implications for the midterm elections, which are now just months away. Thanks for being with us at 11 o'clock tonight. I'm Steve Solis. This afternoon, the Supreme Court sided with the Trump administration and upheld parts of his executive order restricting mail-in voting. The proposal expands the role of the Department of Homeland Security and the U.S. Postal Service in elections. Trump's plan involves DHS compiling lists of eligible voters. The order will also instruct the Postal Service to impose new mandates on states that want to send ballots through the mail, which Washington State has done for over 20 years. However, the Supreme Court did not rule on whether Trump's executive order is legal. Washington voters will cast their ballots in about 70 days, leaving the big question: can any of the president's proposed changes even go into effect in time? KOMO's Jackie Kent asked election officials all about this. What's next? So, Jackie, what did you find out?
Well, today's decision comes less than 3 months before the midterm elections. State AG Nick Brown is calling this a threat to democracy, claiming the president is trying to illegally suppress legitimate votes.
But I want to rest assure Washingtonians that we haven't given up. This is not a loss yet.
Disappointment from Secretary of State Steve Hobbs as the U.S. Supreme Court has paved the way for President Trump to move ahead with parts of his executive order to restrict mail-in voting.
We will continue fighting to the very end to ensure that our elections are secure, accessible, and transparent.
The president signed the order in March, ordering lists of eligible voters and instructing the Postal Service to only deliver ballots to people on that list. Washington was among the nearly 24 states suing to stop it, arguing only Congress and individual states have power over elections. Voters across Seattle tell KOMO News mail-in voting is a process that works for them.
As someone who works 40 hours a week, not being able to send in a vote, I can't always take the days off. So having that option is great for me.
Is it convenient for you? Do you think it's a secure way to vote?
I think it's a pretty safe way to vote. It's pretty inclusive. It's at home, pretty personal. You don't have to wait in a long line.
With ballots scheduled to go out by October 16th, Hobbs says it will be hard to implement changes in such a short amount of time.
The thing that is most damaging in this rule is the fact that the return envelope that you put the ballot in is not acceptable according to the U.S. Postal Service. And so we would have to quickly turn around and create a new ballot. So we probably ask them for a waiver or variance.
In a statement, Attorney General Nick Brown clarified the Supreme Court's decision does not bless the substance of the president's actions. It simply says states must wait slightly longer to challenge them. And Pierce County Auditor Linda Farmer adds we are not likely to see changes in Washington state that would affect the upcoming November 3rd general election. Hobbs says he has spoken with Governor Bob Ferguson about any potential legal challenges in the future, but did not give specifics. Of course, this is an evolving situation. We'll keep you updated both on air and online as soon as new information comes in. For now, live in Seattle, Jackie Kent, KOMO News.
Jackie, thank you. We've heard from several of our state leaders on this new ruling today. Governor Bob Ferguson called the Supreme Court's decision, quote, terrible. He went on to say, quote, if these rules are allowed to stand, they will disenfranchise Washingtonians and lead to federal interference in our state elections. Senator Maria Cantwell echoed those sentiments, saying, quote, the administration must not be allowed to take the right of Washingtonians to vote by mail or interfere with our free and fair elections.